Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny Taken King video. And welcome finally to some sword gameplay. This is super awesome. If you guys have been watching all of the Taken King live streams, then you'll know that from the very first stream they have been teasing the sword. The first week we got a really quick glimpse at the item in the vault. The second week we saw Mr. Fruit wielding it from another person's perspective, but this time we finally get to see some gameplay. And not only that, we also get to see the actual sword being inspected, and it's not just a legendary, this one is an exotic. It looks so flipping awesome. This one is called Raze Lighter, and the interesting thing about this one and the other swords is they are not obtained in the same way that you obtain weapons. You don't get them randomly from a Nightfall or randomly from, say, like an engram. All swords are said to be earned in game. If you read the description for the Raze Lighter, it says, "With your own hands you forged the mighty Raze Lighter. Now take it in hand and feed its flames." Basically what this means is you'll either have to go on some sort of quest chain, or you'll have to find something specific out in the world in order to craft this. But regardless, when you get your sword, it's going to be something you earn. Now they didn't scan over every single perk here, but we did get a look at most of them. On the far left column, the middle icon is Solar Forged Guard. It says here use L2 to guard, effective against arc and void attacks, less effective against solar attacks. And that's simply because this one is a solar weapon. Obviously if you have a void weapon, then it'll be more effective against solar and arc, but not quite as effective against void. Moving on from there, in the very first column you have Tempered Light, which gives you increased armor when wielding the sword. Moving down from there into the third column, at the bottom you have Thrive by the Sword, where kills with the sword grant super energy. Then in the fourth column, this is super awesome, called Phoenix Uppercut. When you use R2, you actually launch into a solar light uppercut, and it looks really cool. You actually see this again in the gameplay afterwards, and it looks like it does some pretty serious damage. And then finally, in the last column, you have Warrior of Light, increased damage for your R2 attack. So basically that increases the damage for your uppercut attack, or your Shoryuken as I like to call it. And whilst moving the cursor around, we did also get a really quick look at the other perk in the third column. This one is called Scabbard, and it increases the sword ammo capacity. So if you look at the actual stats for the sword, you'll see that it has speed. This is obviously the speed at which it attacks. It has impact, it has range, it has efficiency, defense, and energy. Now energy is obviously the ammo source for the weapon. Swords use heavy ammo, so obviously you're not going to be going around using primary ammo because this thing would be ridiculously overpowered if that were the case. This is a heavy weapon, it goes in your heavy weapon slot, and energy is its ammo source. Now when you use an attack, typically when you do a regular slash, this will use up one of your ammo blocks. But if you block, it gradually depletes your ammo, but it's also worth noting that supposedly different swords use ammo in different ways, and supposedly this is tied to its efficiency. If you have a sword with a really high efficiency, I imagine it therefore uses the ammo far better than say a sword that has a much lower efficiency. So I would imagine therefore that say a legendary sword might use ammo a lot quicker than something like an exotic. That is obviously a little bit of speculation on my part, because until I actually get my hands on it, I won't be able to tell you guys for sure. But for the most part, that is it. Now if you guys did enjoy this video, then it'd be mega awesome if you could hit that like button, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the swords. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.